Dutch called the island Goede Reader. Goede Reader, it just means the good harbor. You see, it protects well the boat. And became Gorée by a French admiral at 1667. He didn't very well pronounce Goede Reader. It just takes two first letters of each word. Go from Goede, Re from reader, and saying Gorée. But in Wolof, Gorée, it just means dignity, and this is what they taken out to ancestors by slavery during 4 centuries in many island transit like this one. And you have to know, slavery, it was not just from here, it was from Dakar to Cape Town in South Africa. Lord Island transit like this one, European get on that time. And it was just island transit. And from here, ancestors, they not are slaves, but they just are captive. That's why in our local language, we don't get word who exactly in French or English means slaves. Word is to know where come from the word. And by the Senegalese scientist, Mr. Cheikh Anta Diop, we know slaves, it's just a deformation from Slavic people. Slavic, they are Ukrainian, Bulgarian, and from Poland. During 12th centuries, they was enslaved by other Europeans, call it the Viking. Today, it's Scandinavia, they get the blue eye from Sweden, Norwegian. And it explains reason why when Europeans, they arrived here 15th century, they greedy get the knowledge how to enslave people. That's why for them, it was easy to arrive and practice automatically this technique. And from here, just the French say doing business with Africa. This is the fake official history. And you have to know what we learn at the school, it's not our history, just a damn history in West Africa. For me, that's why we get the inferior complex. We don't know who we are. And Portuguese who first arrived, and minimum during 12 centuries, during 2 centuries, they do slavery before French and other guys never say doing business. They just kept the people from the land by force. And that's why they need first time from boat by cannon to shoot the land. To keep the people who survive it, they transit in island like Gorée for 3 months. 3 months, it's time for the selection. Just the stronger one arrive to America. Invalid one who agonize it, they just throw them into the sea. That's why Portuguese say, like, let me do a map. This is West African coast. America are here. This is Europe. When they kept the people from here, they just transit in Gorée, from Gorée. And from here, after 3 months, house we're gonna see, they was call it slave house. It was just a jail where they kept the people during 3 months, time to see if you are stronger or not. After that, the house became a market. And reason why, or the second reason why we don't believe French, when they say from here, people, they cost alcohol or tobacco, it's just from island like Gorée, buyer and seller, they are European, not African. And people, European who buy people here, they was call it négrier. But négrier, they would not was négrier on that time. And reason, it's people they kept here. They was of course black people, but not Negro. On that time, ancestors was really civilized. Like when Europeans get, it's them who get the inferior complex in 15th century. They get clothes, it was leather, animal skin. On that time, from here, ancestors, they put cotton clothes. And we know by Cheikh Anta Diop, 4 centuries before Portuguese arrived, this is 11th century, Senegalese fishermen, they control this island like an industry, and they do pottery, ceramic, and textile here, 11th century. But I say we go to them school. That's why we don't know that. We don't know the history of our ancestors. And from Gorée, like people, they prepare them separate. You're gonna see cell for men, for kids, for young girls and all. But men, they go to North America. They need stronger guys there. That's why first they ship there, it's Yoruba and Bambara. They was taller and faster guys, but really stronger ones. After 3 months in this island, by the horrible condition, you have to keep 60 kilogram. 60 kilogram like 120 pounds. When they arrive, minimum for them it's 200 pounds. But you get 60 kilogram after 3 months, you are stronger, it's time to go to America. Kids, they go to South America, like Brasilia. And reason they kept them between 7 to 12, it's just they are mobile, good to do the transport. And they also get small hand to grab cafe and cacao. Stubborn one, they go to Jamaica or Haiti, just to continue punishment there. We're gonna see where they broke them physically and mentally before shipping to Jamaica or Haiti. And young girls, they go to French Caribbean just when they really use her. You know, for young girls, when they arrive, they have to get firmer breasts. The value don't depend on that. Breasts are firm, you are good to do the entertainment for them. We're gonna see that in the museum. They open at 2:30. But 28 older jail on this island called it slave house. It's one 350 people inside, just on the bottom downstairs. It's a European who live at the top. But we're gonna see the condition, and that's why we don't know how possible for them to live at the top quietly if they not was barbarian at the time. We're gonna see cell for men. It's a 2.6 by 2.6. 40 people, it's yourself, and they don't like me. Who like me on that time was called it unfit temporary. Ancestors minimum it was 1.9. And we're gonna see where they fit people who like me on that time, call it unfit, just to be fast and strong.
I think I need to start.
Yes. 1, 2, 1. Amen?
Selfie time with me on top of Gorée Island and Dakar in the background. So a couple of days prior to me arriving in Senegal, the national football team won the Africa Nations Championship, so everyone was on a high from that. Again, in my opinion, the architecture was actually quite cute. As you can see too, some of the buildings are more freshly painted than others, but again, this is an old place. This is what they now call the museum, but was the slave port. I had an amazing dish, yassa, which was a great introduction to how it should taste. It's an onion sauce, in this case served with chicken and rice. Baobab trees are quite sacred there, so they're all around. And again, here are some of the street vendors and their beautiful artwork. I stood at another pinnacle on Gorée Island, so bring some comfortable walking shoes because it's a hike. And last but not least, I had the opportunity to stand at the door of no return, where my ancestors left West Africa, their homeland, never to return.